Man, I used to absolutely love this product. It was a product that got someone who doesn't do skincare to do some skincare, and that says a lot. I know so many of you guys have asked me questions on it already. Minasan konnichiwa, this is Tina and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be sharing my beauty empties for the first quarter of 2025. If that sounds like your thing, then please go ahead and channel登録 shichatte kudasai. Well, in my last empties, I asked you guys if you wanted to keep seeing empties in 2025, and of course, you guys are the best. So you said yes, you do want to continue seeing them. So here we are with the first quarter empties for 2025. As always, I will be flying through the reviews, but if I talked about it in depth in another video, I always make sure to link that below. So make sure you check those videos out too. And I will be sharing empties of my own, which I do have dry and dehydrated skin, as well as my partner Logan's empties, who has more combo skin. So let's get right to it. This is where my empties live now. Oh, I feel like there's a lot of purple in there. I'm all purple today. I love it. Starting off with oil-based cleansers, so makeup removing cleansers. First, I have the Corsair Softimo Speedy Cleansing Oil. I did finish this one up after it was included in my best cleansers of 2024. It is a super easy to use oil cleanser that is actually okay for lash extensions, and also you can use it in the shower. So even with our wet hands and face, which I find so convenient because I do prefer to cleanse in the shower. It's just so much easier. It is also a super duper affordable cleanser. Like in Japan, I think it's about 1,000 yen, so like 10 bucks, and you can get it pretty easily online too. But I was chatting with one of you guys in the comments and we realized that they actually renewed this one just last year, like in 2024. So I'll have to check if this one is the exact same, or I might just have to try the new one. Regardless, this one was definitely a really good oil cleanser. Next, I have the Tear Hydro Boost Enzyme Cleansing Balm. I do believe this is the smallest size. I mean, I've only ever tried it in this size, but it is a 50ml container, and this one was really good for like a few weeks travel. It is a balm cleanser, obviously, so no spillage when you're traveling, and it really did remove everything very easily. I mean, I do generally use a mascara remover. That's like the only thing. I'm not 100% sure if it removes like super stubborn waterproof mascara well. It helps to cleanse your pores, but also doesn't leave your skin feeling dry. Would definitely like be up for using the full size as well, if there is a full size. Like, I assume this is a mini. The MUJI Mild Gel Cleansing. This one I tried kind of out of curiosity, just to see how well a gel cleanser removed makeup, because technically it is a makeup removing cleanser, but it is in a gel formula, which makes it a lot less drying on the skin. But I must say, it is not great for removing stubborn makeup, especially waterproof. I feel like if you're just wearing like BB cream and that's it, it's fine. So I ended up using it almost like a one-step cleanser. So on days that I was wearing sunscreen, I would use this to cleanse, but overall it's definitely not something that wowed me, so I would not get it again. The Bethesda Cleansing Lotion Insensitive. This was actually a freebie with one of my YesStyle orders, but I ended up using it a fair bit because I actually used it when I traveled a lot. I use micellar water pretty frequently, but very sparingly, because I use it more to touch up my makeup or like fix little bits and pieces rather than using it all over my face. So this small bottle was perfect. It fit in my travel case really well, and then I would like dab it out on a Q-tip and use it. I haven't really used other micellar waters from Japan, but it was definitely a good one. I only have one water-based cleanser, the Lagom Cellup Gel to Water Cleanser. This was my top morning cleanser pick in my best cleansers of 2024. It is a beautiful gel texture that turns into this watery liquid as you're cleansing. If you have dry skin like me, it is the most perfect morning cleanser when you just need a cleanse but don't want to strip your skin. And yes, I ended up giving a bottle to my mom too because I loved it so much. All right, next we have toners, but I think this is possibly the first empties ever that I don't actually have a bottle of toner. I have toner pads, but no toner bottles. Isn't that like insane? Anyways, I have two toner pads. They are both from numbuzin. The No. 3 Radiance Glowing Jumbo Essence Pad and the No. 4 Pore Zero Peeling Egg Toner Pad. You guys know that I love numbuzin and I do generally like most of their products. Same with these toner pads, although they didn't wow me, I must say. The No. 3 is soaked with the same essence as the No. 3 toner / serum. So obviously like like a bit of a no-brainer. The toner pad for this one is a very thin one. I was using them as a little sheet mask, especially when I was traveling. And then the number 4 one is actually a more exfoliating toner pad. So kind of the classic one that has the bumps on one side and then the other side being smoother. I mean, you can tell that there is plenty of essence. I mean, it is still dripping even with one toner pad left. I would often use these ones to give my kind of T-zone a bit of exfoliation, and then also my neck, because it does have some really gently exfoliating ingredients. I think they're nice toner pads, but if you do have other ones that you really do like, I would say stick with them because they're not anything like crazy, but there's no denying that I did like them enough to empty them. But yeah, a couple of toner pads. Oh my gosh. All right, what are we doing now? Next, we have serums. First, the Décolleté Liposome Advanced Repair Serum. Yes, I did. I did use up a bigger bottle this time, the 75 ml. I think the first one I got was 30, and then this is 75, second bottle. I finished this up probably about a month ago, and I am trying out a different booster serum at the moment, but I do miss it. There is just something about it that makes my skin like and tight and plump and good. I think I've included it in the past 2 years for Best Serum, and it is one of the very few kind of luxury high-end products that I continue to use. Not that I use or have tried that many. Another one that was in my Best Serums video for last year, the Anua Niacinamide 10% and TXA 4% serum. Just a really nice brightening serum that has good ingredients, is effective but really gentle, that I feel like everybody could use, and has a fairly nice lightweight texture. I also must say this bottle, like it looks like a really simple bottle, but it was one of the best pipette type bottles to get every last drop. You can see that I got like pretty much every last drop, and I didn't even tip it upside down or anything, which is like very rare for pipette type bottles. As long as you like stuck it down to the bottom and like sucked it straight up, it got like every single drop. So I was quite impressed by that too. Another brightening serum, the iSoy Blemish Care Up Serum. This one is a mini, and I did get a set with a mini and a full-size bottle, and the full-size bottle is huge. It's like 70 mils, which is very big for a serum. And I am about to finish up the bigger bottle too. I can't decide with this one. I mean, obviously I liked it enough to empty it and almost like a second bottle. The one thing that I don't like about it is the scent. It does have this rose scent to it. I think that comes from the rose flower water. I'm not like the biggest fan of floral scents. Rose I'm usually okay with, but this one, it's like a little lasting. Because of that, I probably won't get it again. I feel like there's other brightening serums that are very similar, where they use gentle fruit extracts as the brightening ingredients that will work the same way but don't have that added scent to it. It's not bad, and I know it's one of the best selling brightening serums in Korea, like of all time, but I feel like there's better other options out there. I have the Ionique Beta Glucan Power Moisture Serum. I think this serum was actually in my 2023 best serums as one of the best hydrating serums, and we still like it for sure. Although this time, Logan definitely emptied this one majority by himself. It is such a nice texture that is really plumping, but it has beta glucan as the main hydrating ingredient instead of hyaluronic acid, which I feel like most hydrating serums out there are hyaluronic acid based. So if you're sick of hyaluronic acid, or if you have been irritated by it, by the overuse of hyaluronic acid, I definitely recommend giving beta glucan a go, because it is just as effective, if not more, and has actually more benefits than just hydrating. The Miriam May Centella Asiatica Serum. Funny story behind this one. I actually filmed it to be included in my best serums video last year, but it didn't make the cut, mostly because I had 2 soothing serums in that video, but I thought soothing serums isn't exactly a necessity for me. I get so many products to try out that I have the luxury of having a soothing serum in my routine. But if I was someone who was on a bit of a budget and didn't have that much money to spend on skincare, a soothing serum is not something that I would necessarily purchase to put in my routine. I would probably choose other serums and then get that soothing factor through other steps of my routine, like a toner or moisturizer and etc. But I really do enjoy using them, and this was the one that I enjoyed a lot in the past year. It is a super simple serum, 95% centella asiatica, obviously super calming ingredient, and that's about it. But it has a beautiful texture to it and adds a layer of hydration. I feel like even compared to something like the Skin 1004 centella, where it's really watery and kind of just runs down your face, this has a bit more body to it and it kind of plumps out your skin when you apply it. So yeah, if you are looking for a soothing serum and that's something you want in your routine, this is definitely one that I would highly recommend. Last serum I have is the numbuzin number 9 NAD Bio Lifting Seal Essence. So I actually do have a full review video of this one coming up, so I'm not going to talk about it too much. I had read online like a few people calling it like a Botox in a bottle, which I kind of get. It is instantly plumping and I've been using it like every night for sure and almost every morning for the past month. It's like when I don't use it, I feel like there's something missing to my skin, and whenever I apply it, I feel like it just like plumps out everything you got. This makes sense. But say like my forehead line, that's always very like evident. I feel like it just kind of makes it softer. Pores on my cheeks, I feel like it just kind of makes it softer, a little less visible. And the texture of this is like absolutely so divine. But yeah, I'll do it for review soon, so just keep an eye out. I know so many of you guys have asked me questions on it already, but yeah, I like it. Moving on to moisturizers. Let's start with this little bitty one, the Funkedo Moist Refine Emulsion 1. So it was actually my first time trying a moisturizer or like anything other than cleanser from Funkedo. They're really well known for their cleansers, like the oil cleanser as well as the powder washes, but I never had tried any other products. So I was like, why not? I'll try out this moisturizer. I don't know if I even have anything. Ooh. Kind of went everywhere. You can see it is a pretty lightweight formula. I do believe they have a couple different levels of moisture on this one. This one is number 1, Sapari, which means it is the most lightweight, and then they probably do have a number 2, number 3, which tends to get richer as you go. I actually really enjoyed this one in the morning and worked perfectly during summertime, but it was one that as someone with dry skin, I needed to combine with a But as someone with dry skin, I did have to combine it with a kind of richer, more nourishing sunscreen. And I feel like it definitely wouldn't be enough moisture for me in the colder months or even nighttime. But it was a nice small bottle that was really good for travel. I do know that Funkedo actually produces all of their products in really small bottles because they are preservative free, and that's kind of their selling point. I think a lot of people would think, oh, like you get like nothing in the product. This is a 30 ml bottle for a moisturizer, which is usually like serum size, which some serums are even bigger than that. But that is the reason to why they are small, and they actually do give you a freshness period, a period after opening period, and it's only 2 months. Like it's only supposed to last you a month or so. In that sense, I think some people might not feel like you're going to get your value for money. The Estra Atobaria 365 lotion. Did you guys think I was going to say Atobaria 365 cream? Obviously, I love the cream version of this moisturizer, but they do actually have a lotion, which obviously is a bit more lightweight of a formula. This one was actually pretty much entirely used by Logan. I think I only got a couple uses in before he used it up. It is 150 ml, so obviously a very big bottle. He said he liked it better than the cream version. As I mentioned, he does have combo skin compared to me. I think he did enjoy the fact that it was a more lightweight formula. Here we go, there's still a little bit. You can see that it is more a emulsion milk type texture, but it does still have those same skin barrier improving and protecting ingredients. Man, it actually feels so nice on skin. Ooh, I wish I used this one more. We might have to get it again. But yeah, he said he liked it better than the actual cream because it sunk in better on the skin. And he says he always hates the feeling of any heavy creams because they stick to the pillow when he's going to sleep. It is definitely great value for money in terms of the bottle size. Next, I have the Dr. Althea 345 Relief Cream. Love this one. It was my best everyday moisturizer pick for 2024 because it has multiple different ingredients that are are beneficial in multiple different ways. The whole point of the 3-4-5 naming is that it has 3 ingredients that help blemish care, 4 ingredients for nourishing care, and then 5 ingredients for soothing care. So it is such a well-rounded moisturizer, and they actually recommend it for post-acne care, yet someone who has dry skin like me can use it too for kind of everyday use. So I feel like it is a moisturizer that I can recommend really broadly to multiple different types of skin types. The last two are actually both Logan's picks too. The By Wish Trend Vitamin A Amazing Bakuchiol Night Cream. Literally just before I went to film this video, I asked Logan, why did you like this one? And he was like, the color. I mean, yeah, I love the bottle color too, super cute. But upon further questioning, he said he enjoyed it as a night cream. I mean, it is supposed to be used at nighttime because it does have vitamin A and bakuchiol. It felt like he was getting those anti-aging benefits, but it wasn't an overly heavy or sticky cream. As he said, like it doesn't stick to his pillow and stuff like that. So he used this one up again, pretty much by himself. I think I got a couple uses out of it. It is a fairly thick cream, fairly thick. It's not runny or anything, but he said that it doesn't leave that tackiness or feel overly greasy on the skin. And yeah, you can see that it does blend out pretty easily, and it does have those really good anti-aging benefits. So he said he certainly enjoyed that one. And yes, it has very pretty packaging too. Oh, I just remembered this one is discontinued now, so maybe there's not much point talking about it, but I'm going to do it anyway. The numbuzin No.5 Daily Multi-Vitamin Cream. This is another one of those why did you discontinue it products. I loved the No.1 purple cream from numbuzin. That one's gone. This one is also gone. This one was definitely a more of a richer texture and formula. Let's see if there's a little bit left. Ooh. And it had these little vitamin capsules in the formula. I don't know if you guys can tell. Can you tell? There's like these little capsules in it that had vitamins in it. And it was a very nice, nourishing texture. Again, Logan did use most of this up. But the super random mega fan of this moisturizer was actually my brother, which I must say, my brother does not use much skincare. You know, he's a guy compared to Logan. He's a little bit more like low-key on the skincare game and everything, but it was the one product that he actually asked me for, because I'm always offering obviously my friends and family like any skincare, any hair care, like do you need any beauty stuff, and it was the one product that he was like, oh, do you have any more of that blue cream? Like I feel like it's the one product that I could actually tell a difference that it made to my skin. I think I gave him like 4 or 5 tubes of it when it was still existing. Absolute shame that they do not make it anymore, because it was a product that got someone who doesn't do skincare to do some skincare, and that says a lot. So it's a real shame that y'all discontinued it, and hopefully you come out with something semi-similar. Sad times, sad times. All right, keep going, keep going. Next, we have sunscreens. I have the By Wish Trend UV Defense Moist Cream. I still thoroughly enjoy this sunscreen. It is very, very moisturizing. Like for dry skin, it is a dream. For winter time, it is a dream. For summer, it is probably a little bit too rich and thick, especially if you don't have dry skin, but it made my skin feel so soft and so well protected. Again, it didn't sting my eyes, it didn't peel, it didn't do any of that. And I like the fact that it is also in a pump bottle. Next, I have the good old Hatomugi Calming Sun Cream. I think this is the old packaging, although if I remember correctly, they renewed it but still kept the exact same formula. So it should be the same as the one that is current too. I know a lot of people like this sunscreen, and obviously I liked it enough to finish it, but for me, sometimes it peeled ever so slightly, like along the hairline and on the brows. The other thing was it stung my eyes just a little bit sometimes, which I know is a really hard one because it's so personal and I generally don't feel it. But as someone who doesn't experience it much, I experienced it with this one out of 3 wears or something. So that was something that I was kind of like, nice formula and everything, but I definitely have other sunscreens that I would choose over this one. I also have the Skin Aqua UV Super Moisture Gel. I do believe this one has also gone through a renewal, but it is still the same kind of formula and range, and it is one of the most lightweight sunscreens that you can find in Japan. It does contain alcohol. That is why it makes it so lightweight. So if you can't do alcohol, unfortunately, I don't think it'll work for you, but if you do want something that's like a super lightweight gel consistency in a fairly generous size, So affordable if you buy it in Japan. Still one that I enjoy. But I have mostly been using it on my body because I like something a little bit more moisturizing for the face. Alright, I guess that is the bulk of the main skincare items. Now we're going to move on to special care, as always, starting off with sheet masks. I have the Pecan Barrier Cycle Daily Mask Pack. Thoroughly enjoyed this one. I'm pretty sure I included it in my best special care items of 2024. It's just a nice, really fresh, lightweight sheet mask, especially in the morning. It is pretty much just like hydrating, but it does still have ingredients that's going to help with preventing breakouts, really gently exfoliating and kind of keep your skin in check. It was very nice and a very easy one to reach for almost every day. One of the few bulk sheet masks that I like from Korea. I have the Hatomugi Essence Mask. So this was one of the most random purchases I did in Japan, and I was drawn just from the fact that it was Hatomugi. As you guys know, I love the ingredient Hatomugi. It is in a lot of Japanese skincare. No, this is not Naturier, but there are a lot of brands that focus on Hatomugi in Japan, just FYI. I bought this because it was one of the cheapest packs of sheet masks in Japan. It has 7 sheet masks in it, and I think it was like 200, 300 yen. So cheap, literally a couple of dollars for a week's worth of sheet masks. And I was pleasantly surprised. It was very reminiscent of the Hatomugi toner, very fresh, very lightweight, very hydrating, and kind of nothing more. And the sheet was like surprisingly decent for how cheap it was. The essence itself is basically like the Hatomugi toner. It is so watery. See how watery it is? It's just, well, yeah, dripping through my fingers. It never felt too much for my skin, so I love using it in the mornings. It was a good prep before makeup as well. For that price, I'm honestly like, can you complain? It is also added fragrance, colorant, and mineral oil free. It has Hatomugi, obviously, hyaluronic acid, ceramides, and placenta extract as well. So yeah. For that price, I think I'm going to try to find a bulk bigger pack this time in Japan. I doubt you can get it anywhere online, so I'd say just screenshot this and try to find it when you're in Japan. Another Japanese semi-bulk sheet mask, the Clear Turn Keana Komachi face mask. Oh, it actually says smoothing face mask in English on the back here. So this is part of the series from Clear Turn that gives you the same effect of sleeping 8 hours in 8 minutes by using the sheet mask. Hard to believe, but I do like the kind of concept. This one was a limited edition Sakura scent, but they do have a couple different types. I think they have like a Sika one. They also have this like men's version and stuff, and you do see them pretty frequently in the drugstores in Japan. I actually really enjoyed it. The sheet itself was quite interesting. It was like this bumpy, semi-gauzy sheet. They even have this little pull tab to pull it off of your face. It does have fermented rice extract as well as Sika as the main ingredients. And it definitely was a little bit more than, say, your Saborino sheet mask. Like, it left my skin definitely more moisturized, more plump. I get what they mean by the like makes you look like you slept more, because it does really help to rehydrate your skin and give you a bit more life, I guess you could say. I also used up a box of the numbuzin No. 9 Nad Bio Lifting Seal Full Face Mask. I do also have a full review of this one coming, so I'm not going to talk too much about it, but I don't do any procedures like cosmetic procedures or any of that kind of stuff. As someone who's kind of scared of those, this was a really fun way to get that effect ever so slightly. The feeling of your face being pulled up by this, it feels so good. It's almost like a weighted blanket but for your face. Does that make sense? It feels very refreshing and kind of like draining after you've removed it. Again, keep an eye out for the review for this one too. I do have a few single-use sheet masks. I feel like I'm using them less and less these days. I tend to go for bulk sheet masks more and more. Let's quickly run through these. I have, of course, one of the I'm from Mugwort sheet mask. I really wish they made a bulk of this one because I would 100% buy it because I use one of these every single month. The Round Lab Pine Calming Sika mask. This one was quite pleasant. It was nice and hydrating and soothing, but it actually has LHA as well, so it's going to be very gently exfoliating to the skin, and I feel like it left my skin very hydrated but smoothed out too. One of the Abib collagen gel mask. I feel like these were like the original collagen mask before the actual collagen mask that came out, if you get what I mean. Like you don't leave these on for as long, but I feel like you get the same effect as you do as those ones that you wear overnight and whatnot. And I actually do enjoy these ones, possibly more than the ones that go transparent. The numbuzin No. 3 Tingle Pore Softening Mask. Still love it as that special occasion sheet mask. The Dr. Jart Cryo Rubber with Moisturizing Hyaluronic Acid Mask. This one was low-key kind of crazy. I mean, I hadn't tried one of these before, but you apply this essence and then you apply the sheet on top, and it is kind of like those collagen jelly masks. I feel like this also kind of worked better than the turns transparent collagen masks because it really plumped out my skin. Like this forehead line was like completely plumped out by the end of the 40 minutes of wearing this one. So I feel like if you're gonna try the collagen mask, same effect, same effect. One more of the Dr.Ceuracle PLC Solution Pad. Always nice when my skin is feeling a little irritated. Moving on to other special care items, I guess I could classify these as spot treatments. The first being the Next Care Blemish Patch Care. I did get these ones while I was in Korea, and it was a very affordable pack. It was this plus other like soothing patches. They actually came with these little pickers that are supposed to be easy pick. So they have this little arrow on it that allows you to pick off the patch like that and apply it and then pull off the tab. It was okay. I don't really find it necessary to, again, use more plastic. And these, they get stuck to like everything. But they were like all over the bathroom because I kept trying to put in the bin, but then they'll stick somewhere else and they were like kind of all over the place. I think the tearing ones work better as long as you have clean fingers. I think it works fine. The Next Care pimple patches are probably like some of the best selling in Korea and possibly globally, but they're not personally my favorite. I definitely find the ones that have the bump in the middle work better, and they also stick on longer. The ILSO Natural Mild Clear Nose Patch. This is possibly like the only true nose pore declogging product that I have used that has actually worked. This stuff is crazy. Like you put on the No. 1 patch and then it brings out all of the gunk in your nose, and then you scrape it all off and then you put the second patch to kind of help everything tighten back up. I feel like it is one of the gentlest ways to do it. Oh my God. I haven't done a video or filmed anything, but I have used a whole box of them. It has 5 in there. I know that they have just like a liquid version of the product where you can use it on a cotton pad and use it rather than single-use ones every time. So after I use the second box of this, I think I'll switch to the other one. I'm pretty sure James Welsh like talks about it all the time. It's crazy. It really does like lift all the gunk from your nose, and I tend to do it when I have like an important video or I want to look really good and have really smooth gunk-free pores. It is always going to come back. That's just how it is. But when you want to clear it out for like a special occasion every now and then, I think these are 100% the way to go. All right, let's move on to eye care. The Country and Stream Honey Eye Roll-On. Finally used this one up. Oh my goodness, it took a really, really long time. We're actually using the renewed version of this now, which is in a tube, which is 1,000 times easier. I found this one very hard to get the actual product out because you can't squeeze it. It is a hard plastic, so you had to keep. The actual formula did enjoy. It is a super duper lightweight serum-like eye cream. It also smells like honeys, which smells divine. Renewed version, yes. Finally emptied the old version. Another eye serum, the Access Y Vegan Collagen Eye Serum. Usually eye creams, serums, etc. take a really long time for me to use up. It's just something that seems to last forever because you do only use a small amount. Whereas this one, I went through it very quickly. Granted, it is a small tube. It is only 10 mils, but the actual application of it is genius because you have a pump that releases the product onto this ball and then you apply it with the ball. And it was so nice and refreshing. Really nice to depuff and get that cooling effect in the morning. I feel like I actually was able to apply a decent amount. It never interrupted other products or peeled even when I wore makeup, and especially in the morning, it was so, so nice. I am sending one off with Logan. He's gonna take it to give to his mum, because when he was on the phone the other day to her, he gave her like a demonstration of using it and she was really interested in it, which I thought was adorable. But anyways, really nice eye cream, eye serum. I don't have any backups, but I want it again. Lastly, I have one eyelash serum, the Here We Make eyelash serum. I have said multiple times now that eyelash serums are really hard for me to tell if they're working well. I've never really met one that helps grow my lashes, but they do tend to keep my lash lift lifted for long, so that's why I use them. This one is like the Majorika one, where it's these little baubles as the application, which makes it super duper easy to apply. Like you just put it underneath, roll it up, put it from on top, roll it up, and it seems to apply it really well compared to like the mascara type wand. I use one up and I'm actually using a second wand now and have continued to use it. My at-home self lash lift has lasted almost 3 weeks at this point, so I might attribute some of that to this lash serum. Lip care, we have the Country and Stream Natural Honey Lip. This one was a Logan product. He used it completely by himself. He said he loved it. Smells really good of honey. I also have a full size and a mini of the Clavu Nourishing Care Lip Sleeping Mask. Has been my solid go-to nighttime lip product for about 2 years now. I emptied this one, which I was using generally when I traveled, and then this one, it took me like 2 years to empty. I probably shouldn't say that. I probably shouldn't keep it for that long, but there was no way I was going to give up on it. I mean, I friggin' look at that. I was so proud to empty this huge tub, and I just opened a new one as well. So we're still continuing to use it. I've used it like every single night for the past couple of years. Personally, I find it so much better than the Laneige one. A little bit goes a long way and it lasts literally all throughout the night. Absolute fave lip sleeping mask. Okay, now we have got hair care, tiny bit of body care, and a tiny bit of makeup. Let's run through them. First, I have the Plus O Hydro Mist. Had it in my last empties too, my go-to water treatment. Also the Plus O Smooth Mellow treatment. We tend to get a lot of conditioner left over in our house because Logan doesn't use conditioner very often. He only uses it like once every few washes. I do use conditioner. I did have other ones that I preferred over this one, so I use this every now and then. It is a nice conditioner, but I don't feel like it gives quite enough of that nourishment and damage repair that I want for my hair. I tend to prefer ones that are richer, like the And Honey one. So yeah, it was nice, but it took us forever to get through, so it's not really a standout one per se. The Coco and Eve Super Hydrating Shampoo. Definitely a nice shampoo. Was actually preferred more by Logan, I'd say. He does have very fine hair as well, but it does get greasier easier and it's not as frizzy as mine. I think this was a happy medium where it cleansed well, but it wasn't weighing his hair down. Whereas now I think he has started to use my And Honey shampoo since this one's been emptied, and I think it is a little bit too heavy for him and it weighs his hair down a little bit. A nice hydrating and moisturizing, but not overly kind of heavy shampoo. The Alpha H Healthy Scalp Exfoliating Treatment. This is the only real scalp exfoliant that I have used, so I can't really compare it to anything else, but I did enjoy it. It was very nice, especially on days where I couldn't be bothered oiling my hair. I would use this when I would see any flakes or dandruff, which doesn't happen often to me, but every now and then I can get a bit of an itchy scalp. I would use this and yeah, those flakes will be gone and they wouldn't come back for weeks and weeks or months and months. I do think it works well. It doesn't irritate the scalp, even though it is an exfoliant. Yeah, I don't know, it was nice. Last hair product I have is the Nineless Breworks Hair Boost Tonic. So I was using this as a pre-blow dry scalp treatment. Like after I wash my hair, I would apply this before I blow dry my hair. It was very refreshing and it is supposed to be good for growing thicker, healthier hair. Although after I uploaded my hair care routine, I realized that Nineless possibly does not do hair care anymore. I tried to look it up and I couldn't really find this product or their scrub shampoo, which I really enjoy. So it's really annoying that they don't make it anymore, but I definitely do enjoy these lightweight water-like scalp treatments that Korea does. I will be trying to find something similar in another brand. I just have one body care product, the Dr.Ceuracle Vegan Kombucha Coffee Bean Body Scrub. This product was a little bit confusing for me. I wanted a body scrub and just a body scrub, not like a wash body scrub, which tends to be really common in especially K-Beauty. It wasn't really that gritty just as a scrub, but it also didn't really really foam up as a body wash, so I found it very like confusing on when and how to use it. I used it up. It smells like coffee, smells good, but I won't get it again because I just don't really know how you're supposed to use it. And I definitely prefer like just a scrub rather than a wash scrub. And then lastly, just 2 makeup items. I don't even know if you would call this a makeup item, but I used it more like a makeup item. The numbuzin No. 3 Porcelain Base Skip Tone Up Beige. Man, I used to absolutely love this product. And it's not like I don't love it anymore. It's still a really nice product. I just don't really have a place for it in my routine or lifestyle anymore. It used to be so good for when I was working in retail because I wanted something that was super duper lightweight that had SPF in it, but it wasn't really like high coverage like makeup, and this worked perfectly for that. But now, being able to be a content creator full time, I don't really go out that often or wear something that's like minimal coverage but something. If I'm going to wear something, I would rather wear something with a bit more coverage like a BB cream or full face of makeup like today. I still think it's a great product and I love the way it makes my skin look and feel, but it just doesn't really have a place in my life anymore. I know that's kind of like sad to say, but I have definitely been reaching for, say, my MUJI BB cream, which has a bit more coverage compared to this one, and they do also provide multiple shades, whereas this one does only come in the 1 shade. So yeah, kind of a sad empty. Like, I used it a few more times and I was like, oh, I guess like I don't know if I'd get it again. Sad. And lastly, I have the Etude House Drawing Eyebrow in the shade 01 Dark Brown. Time and time again, I have said that I'm very unpicky when it comes to brow products, but this one is just a simple pencil and then a spoolie brush. But I think, emptied a couple of this one. Etude House is so affordable. So if you're just after a simple brow pencil that draws well and is a decent thickness, I know a lot of people like really thin brow pencils, but I'm actually someone who likes something thicker. If you like something like this where it's a bit thicker and it's kind of this triangle shape, I find it very easy to draw on, and it's Etude House, so only like a few dollars, maybe more than a few dollars. But yes, emptied that brow pencil. Well, that is it for the first quarter empties of 2025. I am like so hungry. I haven't had lunch, so I'm gonna go eat, but I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Be ready for another year of empties because they're just gonna keep coming. If you do have another moment to spare, I would super appreciate it if you clicked on one of these videos. It does help me out if you continue to watch, you know, just a couple more videos. Just hang out and watch another video, and I guess I really need to eat because I'm going a little loopy. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye! Mwah. I'm losing my mind.